Ladies and gentlemen, good noon. Hope you all are enjoying this seminar. So, welcome to our first panel discussion, Outlook and Investment Opportunities. I am Mr. Masud Karim. I am the Director General of Department of Agricultural Marketing. I am acting as a moderator of this panel discussion. Here, the panel chair is Mr. Anwarul, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Industries. We have three panelists. Panelist number one, Mr. Laurant Ponty, Managing Director, Arla Foods Bangladesh Limited. Panelist number two, Dr. F.A. Ansarey, President, NCCI Agribusiness. And panelist number three, representative from the Unilever, Mr. Naharul. So, we can start now. As we know, that today's seminar, this symposium aims to contribute tangibly to the ongoing conversation on the private sector engagement in food systems transformation and create a strong platform among the development partners, private sector in Bangladesh, and Nordic businesses. In addition, it will also address the recent advancements in food sector innovation, financing with a special focus on sustainability. The objective of this event, to discuss the progress and future of the overall private sector environment through a food system lens, to address current bottlenecks in the sector and ways of mitigating this through better process management, to detail the conditions of attracting additional investment from Nordic investors, and how the business are incorporating sustainability, and how the youth can be one of the major catalysts in food systems transformation. So, there are a few more words about the aim of our first panel discussion is to find out the investment outlook and opportunities for Bangladesh, what actually we need in this food system, and what kind of investment actually we require, and how much actually we need. Our target is to attract the foreign direct investments. It can help in creating jobs in Bangladesh. As you know that Bangladesh is producing sufficient foods. Especially recently, we have developed and produced lots of fruits and vegetables. We actually need to do some processing, because these items are very much perishable, and we need to create storage facilities, transportation facilities. How to feed these industries is our main focus to find out. It can be done by business-to-business cooperation, business-to-government cooperations, and G2G, government-to-government collaborations among Nordic countries, private sector, and government of Bangladesh. So we can learn from the best practices of Nordic countries. So now I want to get to my panel with some more information that we are actually need some processing industry that can save our food damages and wastage and promote export as well as internal consumption. We can, because you know that these items, these fruit and vegetables, each are produced in a specific seasons, but the demands run through the all over the years. So we need some processing and storage facilities. We have a loss of youth population. They are jobless. We can create jobs for them, and some so processing sectors and this kind of the development in food sector, we can attract the investments. So I would like to ask our first panel member, Mr. Laurant, the Managing Director, Arla Food Bangladesh Limited. The question is, what are your aspirations to expand the business in Bangladesh? Can you tell us about your challenges? Is there any investment-related or operational challenges you are facing? And how can knowledge sharing help with sustainability focused growth and investment in Bangladesh?
Thank you. 3 questions altogether.
Yeah, altogether.
All right.
Delivery.
All right, thank you, and good to see you all, and good morning to everybody. So I think the first question was our aspiration to expand the business in Bangladesh. So you might not know Arla Foods, but we are the makers of Dano, and I haven't been in Bangladesh for that long time, but all the middle-aged men and women I'm meeting in Bangladesh are telling me I had Dano when I was a child, so that's good. And I hope, of course, they are still drinking Dano milk today. So we've been here for 50 years, and hopefully we'll be there for the next 50 years. So that's the direct and simple answers. We have approximately 2,000 people, depending on our company in Bangladesh, directly or indirectly. We have a factory in Konabari, and actually, as we speak, we are building our second factory and spending quite a lot of money, if I must say, into expanding our business in Bangladesh and helping on the livelihood of people in this country. So that's the first thing. We believe in the future. I think, if I have to be honest, there's some clouds. Actually, they're not on the horizon. They are directly on top of us at the moment. Macroeconomic clouds, which makes the business environment a bit more difficult than it used to be. But when I talk to my management, they are steadfast, and they are telling me, we will stay in Bangladesh, we believe in the strategy, we believe in the organization, so we will keep investing in Bangladesh, I guess is the short answer to your question. We're also investing in building capacity for local farmers. We have a lot of projects together with Prime, which we are cooperating with, and the farmers which are delivering milk to their factories. We have a few projects with the Danish Embassy. We have seen the sector councillor here coming here to Bangladesh. So this is an investment and resources from the Danish government to work on capacity building for local farmers. And actually, it's a pity the minister is gone, because we have drafted a letter of intent with the Department of Livestock, and we're waiting for an answer. But basically, we're very focused and passionate and motivated to be part of dairy development in Bangladesh. Okay. You want me to take the second question directly? Yeah? So that's on the challenges. So do we have the permission to speak freely? I don't want to make enemies in the room. Okay? I've only been here for 2 months, and we can say things. You know, in Scandinavia, the culture is also we say things as they are in a good way, respectful way, but so that we can improve together. So I hope that can be the spirit also here. So on the challenges, honestly, I think Bangladesh has done fantastic progress. Okay, we've talked about the standards, the safety. Actually, I don't think that's an issue. where there is room for improvement is something we've talked about this morning, is the ease of doing business, basically. I can totally echo the comments from one of the recent Danish investors here, who's coming here, who is investing also a lot of money here in Dhaka, and there is still a lot of paperwork, a lot of procedures. It can be quite difficult to establish yourself in this country. It's actually quite difficult to arrive in the airport. I mean, arriving in the airport as a foreigner is not easy. You know, there's a lot of paperwork, and it's a little bit of a daunting experience. Okay. One more example, and I don't want to draw a too negative picture, okay? Because again, I think there's been a lot of progress, and it is possible with patience and hard work, but sometimes it's a bit cumbersome. I was telling you, I mean, we are, as we speak, putting the final painting on our new factory together with our local partner Mutual, and we have 20 containers in the Chittagong port, 20. And these containers are full of the most advanced dairy equipment in the world. That's equipment we have bought that will be installed here and operated and managed by local people here. In our factory, we have 0 expats. Only have local people. They're doing an amazing job, by the way. And basically, these 20 containers have been blocked for almost 2 months in the port now. So, just to give you an example of the challenges in the front line, so to speak. So, I think a lot of has been done, but ease of doing business is key for businesses. They're looking for safety. They're looking for ease of doing business. On safety, I think we're okay. On ease of doing business, I think we should do more. It's my honest answer. Last question, and then I will give the word to the panelists. Knowledge sharing to help with sustainability, focus, growth and investment. This is why we're here. This is why the new sector councillor is here. Fundamentally, and the microphone has gone.
Just give us a second.
Thank you. You can have this one. Fundamentally, we think as an organization, and also personally, I think being curious and being open, which is actually what the minister was talking about at the end, is key for growth and prosperity. So I hope we can continue to share experiences. This is the mission of the Trade Department of the Danish Embassy. This is also our vision here in Bangladesh. Again, I was talking about the project we have with Prime, and we want to do more in the future. One last example in terms of sharing knowledge, experience, technology. Our factory is open to anybody. We've had 2 competitors coming to visit our factory recently. I was almost going to say it's open to you guys, but let's make sure you don't come on the same day because it's going to be difficult and we're going to be busy. But we are. It's our mission and vision here to share our knowledge, our technology, all the good things we have learned to do in Europe on agriculture, on farming, and on dairy technology and dairy production. So I have loads of business cards in my pocket still, and our doors are open. Okay, thank you.
So now I turn to Dr. F.S. Ansarey, President at NCCI Agribusiness. What could be done to bring foreign investment in every economy? Do you like to all the? Okay. So our next question is, as a pioneer in private sector, in your opinion, what are the sectors or areas you feel that there is an investment opportunity that can be beneficial for both Bangladesh and the investors?
Thank you very much. I think since morning I'm hearing a lot of challenges investing in Bangladesh, but I have not lost my confidence talking in front of you actually. Our experiences running joint venture, we are now at present 5 joint ventures and operating. One from Denmark recently, that is Boro. This is basically the brand is Sankui. We are successfully operating joint venture with Indian company Dept for Ponty, cattle and cocoa irrigation. We are successfully operating joint venture with one of the largest bank from Netherlands, that is FMO. We are operating successfully joint venture with Dhaka, that is Dept and also Naharul. So these are the several examples of successful operation of joint venture. I'm not to confront what are the discussions, but I would like to say with the confidence that if you want to put joint venture in Bangladesh, it's the most easiest way to ease your business, because the local partner knows how to handle all this local situation, and then it can go forward. That's all of the important area. Second is that I can say, of course, every society, every country, there are opportunity and limitations. When you are setting up your own businesses and running comfortably, then of course all these are, of course, entry barrier. That gives you extra advantages. That advantage you are getting also somewhere. So this is there. But the Bangladesh is a very interesting destination for investment. There are a lot of facilities here, like for agricultural businesses, I can say, for the export of every processing products, 20% incentive. For every processing industry, a lot of tax holidays and a lot of VAT exemptions are there. So probably you need to explore very systematically. That's all about it. Now I'd like to take the opportunity to talk about what are the interesting areas where we can invest. Bangladesh, primarily the agricultural country, and half of the population in this country engage in agriculture. And you'll be very surprised to know the population is 180 million. That is a huge market. And over 180 million, around 30 million are middle-class people. They can buy, they can consume, and they have a huge aspiration to buy. And buy. I think my colleagues on the both sides, I can see the two big multinational companies. They are enjoying wonderful business in Bangladesh, no doubt, Unilever and also Arla. Because both of them are doing wonderful business, wonderful brand, very popular brand in this country. Another area where investment, there are interesting investment could happen. We are talking about food value chain. If we start talking about food or agriculture value chain, actually, we start with innovation, research and innovation. If I talk about the total food value chain, that is start from research and innovation, then input and practices, post-harvest, processing, and finally, harvest. It's a thorough linkage. Just to think about research and innovation, this country is very basic agriculture country. And there are also environmental vulnerability here, the frequent environmental vulnerable situation occur. So I think it requires huge requirement for research and innovation for the crop, for the animals, especially for the fish, for the poultry, for the cattle, or practically for the new genetics, or maybe the practices. Here I can say the Nordic countries can invest in Bangladesh directly, because you can put your investment for molecular research or other research to improve the practices of current agriculture. So there are chances that you can invest here, like East West Seed from Netherlands. They are also gradually coming to Bangladesh and they are investing in Bangladesh also for the seed research. So there are several ways you can invest in several sectors for the research. And then when input and practices, I can give you the number. You see, the seed market in this country is about $700 million US, and it's growing over 10%. And then a crop protection market is about 550 million. Agriculture machinery market is 1.2 billion, and animal health business is over 500 million. Feed market is 2.8 billion, and poultry market is about 3.3 billion. So these are all, I can say, few numbers where investment can be done, either input or other practices. For the agri-machinery market, there are possibilities you can invest in 2 years. One is that for the trading activities, or also manufacturing of spare parts. There is a huge market for the manufacturing spare parts for the local consumption. At the same time, also this can be manufactured and exported to many countries where there are similar kind of industries that exist. Then, post-harvest, practically nothing has happened in this country for the post-harvest. This morning I was talking to you about the potential investor from Denmark. They have a capacity. They like multi-chamber old houses, like old houses for the potato, for the onion, and storage for animal, like a chicken, storage, processed chicken, old houses for the beef, for the meat, for many areas. There are also opportunities to invest in these particular areas, like after post-harvest, and also for the transportation. Practically most of our agricultural goods transport from the village to city with the traditional trucks. It's not a covered van, not ambient temperature. Here also, this kind of cold chain can be established also, but it is still very basic, and there are huge opportunities for this kind of investment. And then, of course, the processing is a very big area. Practically, we are doing whatever we are doing. The processed food are mostly domestic consumption and also for the export market. The export market primarily for the ethnic market, not for the mainstream market. Ethnic market means we see that where Bangladeshi, Pakistani or Indian people are living, we are selling this kind of food outside. But I think there are possibilities, the way Arla is doing, the way always planning to do, the way other companies, yesterday, Unilever doing. Of course, it can be done for the domestic market. At the same time also, when it is a food item, brand is very important. And these great companies can invest in Bangladesh and also the process here and then export outside. It will be like this company's product, not from Bangladesh's product. So what I say that you can invest here, use the local raw material, use local talent, use local workers. That will be much cheaper to produce here, and you can export across the world. So these are the possibilities that can be invested here in Bangladesh and processed here. Finally, retail chain. Retail chain market here is a modern market. Only 2% of the total retail business is like a modern retail chain. So this market is growing very fast, and I believe that if the investment comes from abroad, either with the existing retail chain, or you can set up a own retail chain, that would be a big opportunity for investment in Bangladesh. Altogether, I say that in agriculture sector, in food value chain or agriculture value chain, there are huge opportunities. Recently, what happened, there are huge transformations in the dairy industry. The growth of the dairy industry is very fast now. I think in 3-4 years of time, we will have a surplus milk. And we will be able to produce milk with even below the cost of international any standard. So this dairy milk can be converted into cheese, ghee, and many things. And that technology we don't have. Probably we need a partner, probably we need an investor. We need also, venture capital. And this way, I think this country can do wonder. And you can do also here in Bangladesh. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. So now I would like to come to a representative from the Unilever Bangladesh, Mr. Nahar. So the first question is, how is Unilever addressing sustainability and environmental concerns? Would you like me to ask all the questions?
So, good afternoon. My name is Mohammad. I'm the company secretary and regulatory affairs at Unilever. So thanks for giving me the opportunity. So, answering the first question, I think Unilever, you know that one of the largest FMCG companies in the world, and we have the complex portfolio. You see that we have the clean products, we have the beauty products, we have the well-being products, we have the nutrition food products, and the ice cream. But our vision statement is very simple. Our vision is to make a sustainable commonplace. So, but how do we do that? So, we have some priorities. So, one priority that how can we do that net zero emission? So, to do that, our objective is that by 2030, we should actually eliminate renewable carbon from our own manufacturing. And by 2039, we will with a net zero in the carbon emission from our entire value chain. And how to do that, we are closely working with with our suppliers for how can we to innovate the low carbon ingredients, to formulate our products or to offer consumer the plant-based alternatives. We are also working to reduce the waste, and we are also working to transporting more and more the renewable energy, and also working for the deforestation-free supply chain. This is the one priority. Another priority is to preserve the water resources, because we believe that water is an important component, and we should be responsible for that, and the water should be preserved, and this resource should be kept in a way that for the future, that our future generation can get the safe and resilient water supply. And for that, one priority is that we are trying to reduce our water consumption. If you see the last year, we reduced almost 200 million plus liters of the water consumption in our country. We have invested hugely in the water treatment plants, and the wastewater, more than 80% wastewater we have recycled or we have reused. And also actually we are working to use the rainwater. About 55,000 square feet area we are using to restore the rainwater which are coming in the monsoon. Another priority is our to get the waste-free world or the plastic-free nation. And for that, all the waste what we are producing during our manufacturing, we are using reusing that or recycling or the pure process rather than send it to landfill. And for the plastics, one of the priorities is the rethinking of the plastic design. For our innovative design last year, we reduced 30% of plastic uses by the innovation design packaging. Another is that how can we building a circular plastic economy. So we are working closely with the city corporations, we are working with the development partners and our vendors to collect the plastics. And we are happy to know that last year we collected more than 4,000 tons of plastics, which are 44% of our plastic footprint. So that's what the way we are contributing in the system.
Thanks for your response. Our next question is, how important it is for the private sector in food industry to think about sustainable, responsible business practices?
Yeah, thank you. Actually, if you see the food and beverage industry, currently, actually, they are one of the main contributor or consumer of the user of the power. And that's why I think there is a responsibility for this industry to actually adopt the sustainable behavior or responsible behavior for the future. So one of the ways that they can introduce the sustainable manufacturing practices in their sites, like that how can they minimize the impact of environmental things, how can they reduce the waste, how can they actually contribute to the well-being of the population they are working in their site or in the adjacent society, how they use the renewable carbon. So these are the things they can use on this the manufacturing side. Another part is that how they are actually using the alternatives of the plastic, the packaging. Instead of the traditional packaging, how can they use the compostable packaging, then biodegradable packaging solutions, recycled plastic solutions, or reusable plastic solutions. And another part, I think, they can think on that sustainable the energy what they are using. So how can they be using the more fossil fuel-free energy for their consumption? That's when they think they can contribute to that.
Okay, thanks. Our last question is, what are some of changes required, if in the regulatory context for increased investment?
So I think we have enough regulations. So the problem is not a regulation problem. What I think that we have to work on how can we actually work closely with this regulatory body. Because in Bangladesh there is huge regulations operate with different multiple regulatory bodies. So coordination between the regulatory body, alignment between the regulatory body is the challenge. And another is the harmonization of the regulations and also the execution part. If I go with the specific, see for the food sector currently, apart from BSJ, food safety authority is working and they are doing very good job. They are framing lots of regulations. And for every regulation they are consulting with the experts and all the industry. BSJ also the technical committee, the divisional committee for the framing the standards. They have also consulted with the industry and the experts. But I think there is a room for BST and BFs, how can they come together? How can they have more dialogue to give them to frame more conducive standards for the regulations, which are the beneficial for the consumer and for the industry, and which are the beneficial for the investment also. Another part is actually we are more focused on the vertical standards. But if the vertical standards are not harmonized with the global standards, then it is a trade barrier, non-trade barrier. So we have to focus on the horizontal standards rather than the vertical standards. That's the another part. Some other part, I think there's some bitter part also, that if you see in the last decades, in Bangladesh, there are some controversy or challenges of pricing the food area. And due to this crisis, some of the brands were desperate, investment was in risk. Like if I give the example, that the marijuana prices, the heavy metal prices for these noodles, or this last year in what previous before there is a crisis in the liquid milk, let's say with antibiotics in the liquid milk. So there is a huge hue and cry, there is a consumer trust was destroyed, but after that, what we found that all the test reports, what it is done by the independent researchers, it was not right. It was not giving a rightly manner of following the practice. So I think there is room to frame a guideline for the individual researchers. How can they do the research and how can they publish to the media? Because if they do any, this is sensitive area, if they do any wrong, any mistake in that, then actually the industry and the investors are suffered hugely. Finally, I can say that in Bangladesh, all the industry are not doing the same. Some are investing hugely for the green sides or the sustainable manufacturing units, the compliant units. Some are not actually focusing on that. So government should come on some incentive programs. So who are doing good, who are contributing to sustainability, they should be incentivized. Or they should put the tax value. Then that will give the motivation to others to come on that. I think these are the regulatory area that we can focus on. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Now I would like to turn to our panel chairman, Mr. Anwarul, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Industries. I have two questions for you. So the first one is, Ministry of Industries has the widest stake in the food and export-related industries. What are the kind of opportunities for investment and tracking private sector investments, aligning with standards, safety, and quality? And the other question is there any scope for the country-level cooperation with Nordic countries?
Thank you very much, Honorable Moderator, distinguished participants. Really, I'm proud to be here to this occasion. I would like to give thanks at the beginning of my speech that the panelist members, they have discussed the issues, details, and that made my job very easy. And if I start from the first question, food and export related industries, that if we look at the speech of our Honorable Minister for Ministry of Agriculture, he has already mentioned details about the agriculture sector. So if we look at the situation and if we want to invest, we think that we need raw materials. So if we want to develop the agriculture-based or agro-processed food industries, Bangladesh is the best place to do that. And we have got the data and everything from our Honorable Minister's speech, so I would not like to give more details of that. And another thing is that it has been mentioned that Ministry of Industries. Really, Ministry of Industries is not directly work with the food. They really do the policy and policy for the investment. Because it is known to all that we have the target in 2030 that the contribution of the industrial sector will be 40% of the GDP. So this is the main challenge for the Ministry of Industries. And for this, Ministry of Industries has adopted a lot of policies. And that policy helps the private sector to come forward. And one best example, if I tell you that once we did not think that Bangladesh can produce the car, but now Bangladesh produces car. So this is the really the impact of the policies that is taken by the Ministry of Industries. That means the government of Bangladesh. Besides that, directly Ministry of Industries also think about the health of the people. That BST is the organization, they ensure all the standard and quality of the food and everything. And especially, we are very much concerned about the health of the people, and for this reason, Ministry of Industry is particularly working in two sectors. One is salt and another is fortification of vegetable oil. And this moment I would like to give thanks to GAIN that with the support from the GAIN, the Ministry of Industry has already enacted a law and also rules so that we everybody we can get the edible oil with vitamin A and in future with vitamin D also. So this is the contribution of the GAIN for the food sector in our country. And also the salt, we have also introduced, and already we have worked a lot for the iodized the salt, and we have succeeded. And one more thing is that once we imported salt, but last 2 years, especially these years, the production of salt is the highest in the last 62 years. So this is the achievement of the policy of the Ministry of Industries. Now, I would like to draw the attention that there is a word with my question, that is the current opportunities. So, personally, I think that at present, Bangladesh is an investment-friendly country because we have a lot of policies that helps the FDI as well as our local investors. Bangladesh already established BIDA, Bangladesh Investment Development Authority, that is the similar to the JETRO of Japan and as well as MITO of Malaysia. So that helps the foreign investor to invest in Bangladesh. So this is an opportunity. Even last almost 5 to 6 years back, we did not have this type of opportunity. And another thing is that market. If we look at the market, Bangladesh already mentioned that we have a lot of population. So our local market is big market. As well as if you look at the labor, still compared to all other countries, the labor is cheap in Bangladesh. So undoubtedly it is the opportunity for investor to invest in Bangladesh, for an investor especially. And some other things about the Nordic countries, that they are from the beginning of our independence, they are working with us. and even some investors they are working with us. But at present, I think we are in the lead of sheep recycling, and we are also thinking about the sheep building. This sector, they can come to us with the joint venture. Already our one moderator, one panelist mentioned about the success of the joint venture. In Bangladesh, even Minister of Industry is also developed some industries that is with the joint venture like Kapu and Arla. So this is the opportunity, and already some foreign investors they have already expressed their interest to invest in this sector. So I think they can in this sector also. And we have another promising sector that is leather, and we have already developed another leather estate in Shabar that is once it was a hazard, but now it is coming up to the standard. So this is also an opportunity to invest here. So, and finally, if I would like to say about the agro-based industry, we have northern area, we have a lot of agricultural products, fruits and some other things, and that area, even if any investor interested to come in joint venture with the Minister of Industry, because you know about the Food and Food Industries Corporation. So they have a lot of land, so we can develop their agro-based industries. So we welcome all the foreign investors as well as our local investors to work with the Ministry of Industries. And I believe that at present, Bangladesh is a good position for investment. So I would like to invite all the foreign investors to come to Bangladesh, and even if you are interested, you can sit with the Minister of Industries, and then you will get all the opportunity that you can get, because with our policy, industrial policy, there are a lot of exemption for the foreign investors. So I think it will be a good position for the foreign investor to come in Bangladesh. Before I conclude, I would like to thank moderator and also the panelists for their job, and also the distinguished participants for patience here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We are running short of time, so I would like to take 2 or 3 questions, please. And please mention to whom you are asking. The ladies first, then I'll come back.
Yes, my name is Farid Azim. I'm an economist from IFAD. So my question is with the private sector. There are about 30 million smallholder farmers in Bangladesh. What could help to facilitate a partnership or an engagement between these farmers and the private sector?
Thank you very much. I think very relevant question. Actually, how the farmers work and how the private sector works here actually. The farmers, when they actually operate independently. There are 2 purposes of that. One is that they produce food for their family, and also through engagement they can also self-employ. And how the private sector work actually, private sector primarily they have a special mission and objective, and whenever they need some kind of raw material from farm, they generally collect it through the media. That is, the media they play a vital role. They collect all the materials from the farmers, they accumulate in some places, and they supply to the industries. This is the way it operates, and it is operating very successfully. That's true, but when you talk about the farmers, how the farmers should be developed. When we talk about the farmer, actually we supply all kind of input through our retail channel. And the retailers are practically playing a vital role to provide them credit and also recommendation. So through this channel, we conduct all kind of external services, and we improve the productivity of the farmer. When the farmers are productive, they got very successful self-employment, good food for the family, at the same time also put money in their hand. That's why we said, our company said, wealth creation for the farmer. That means when the farmers are successful, high productivity, good production, then they can earn money and then they can make their wealth also. So this is a relation between the private sector and also the farmer. Is it okay? Or?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Just very quickly for dairy farmers, it's very simple. There is so much knowledge and available, for example, from us or from the Danish government and the Agriculture Ministry and so on. We've had a lot of success with the prime farmers to just conduct some simple training. As we heard from the minister, it's possible to have a cow to make more than 5 liters a day in Bangladesh. You just need somebody to teach you and to show you the small things they can do on an everyday basis in terms of animal welfare, in terms of feed quality. So it's actually not rocket science, and again, this is why us and the embassy and different organizations in this room are here for, to share this knowledge and conduct even more training in the future for the Bangladeshi farmers.
Yes. No.
Thank you, everyone. We have a very informative sessions. I have a question, but before that, I would like to share a few facts, if you allow me, Mr. Manager. Mr. Ansarey was covering where we should be investing in Bangladesh. It was absolutely finely covered. But I would like to focus on one area, like when we are talking about smart Bangladesh moving forward. So we need a shift from the conventional businesses to the next generation businesses. That's where it comes in our young, bright founders who are solving problems of different industries. So that's where startups comes in. We have been discussing that there are a lot of farmers, how you can help them. So there are startups who are helping these farmers, and we are supporting these startups to help them to grow. So that's how I think, especially in the agricultural sector, they are solving so many challenges that can be solved with technologies, innovations, and data. So I would also like to know from the panelists, from corporates and the government, how you can help investors, alternative funds in Bangladesh, to help these startups and help them to contribute to the economy. Thank you so much.
So just one comment. I'm not sure it's going to answer your question 100%. We need, in Bangladesh, we need to talk about affordability of nutrition, okay? We're here to talk about food. Food in Bangladesh needs many things, okay? Maybe it needs to be a little bit climate friendly, but it also needs to be accessible, it needs to be nutritious, and it needs to be affordable, and it needs to be safe. That's actually sustainable food, okay? You can only do this with the best technology. If we can sell the Dano milk powder at 10 Dhaka, it can only be done with the best technology. So I think that's been the theme today. Okay, they are organizations, they are enterprises and companies which are willing to invest in this very advanced technology for the benefit of everybody, of the farmers, of the workers, of the employees, and of the suppliers of these factories, you know. So you have a whole ecosystem that's being created. But I think it starts with advanced technology, which needs some capital, okay. But the capital is there. People are willing to spend the money in Bangladesh, actually both Bangladesh companies and foreign companies. So the potential is here. I'm not sure it's entering 100%, but
That's fine. Like you covered the excellent point. That's the problems. That's the challenges we need to solve because we need food at a reasonable price as well. So yeah, definitely. And technology, yeah, that's where the founders are solving these problems. Yeah, to back them up, we also need funds. So I'm sure the international investors. So for over decades, we have been saying that we have cheap laborers. But I would like to focus on we have bright, talented minds who are working at NASA and different organizations. In Bangladesh, they can also help you to make profit as well as grow. Yeah, thank you so much.
I'd like to clarify one issue, how the technology flows. If you look at the agricultural ecosystem, actually there are private companies of the technology and also inputs. Then in between there are dealer and retailers, distribution channel, and then also external influences that are the agricultural external system, either in livestock and fishery or agriculture, and then also the farmer, big farmer and small farmer. The big challenge nowadays in this country that our agricultural external system is not concerned. It's a big problem. Why? Because large number of farmers. There are practically not much of training or agricultural system because of huge transformation in agriculture, and this kind of knowledge and skill is not given to the agricultural system. The people, they don't have tools to just transmit this kind of information. What happened then? The private sector, over 100,000 external workers working in the field. They are transforming this information to the farm. Now, what kind of politics? Not even politics. Because many of these external workers are not from agriculture universities or from the business schools. They don't have that much of communication knowledge or the agriculture knowledge or the high-tech knowledge. So, many cases, it is not very useful. And then, what happened? When the dealers, when the farmers need anything, they immediately come to the neighbor dealer. And these neighbor dealers are not educated. They, whatever they think they're profitable, they pass on. So this is the current scenario of this country. As you mentioned about the technology, I think it requires huge efforts to raise this technology to the farmers. Generally in this country, but any new technology takes about 5 to 10 years. And with this kind of time frame, you can imagine, I think it slowed down the process of agricultural transformation in this country. I think the foreign fund, the developing agencies can help us, and it should be routed through the private sector so that it goes very fast and it will reach to the target. And then this is the work, this is the way it should go. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Sorry, due to time shortage, I cannot take any other questions. Now I come back to Mr. Anwarul. Can you please summarize the discussion?
Thank you. We have panelists that also got some question and answer. But from this discussion, what we found that Bangladesh, we have understood the present situation and what are the opportunities and what are the challenges to go ahead. So from this discussion, our panelists, they have discussed this issue details. But I would like to say one thing more, that we have some challenges, that is true. But still, we have a lot of opportunities for investment. So I think with the investment, we can overcome the challenges, and that will be the challenge for us to overcome that and to go ahead for the investment. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, with this we conclude the first panel discussion, outlook and investment opportunity.